our table topics contestants. Now we have come to yet another opportune time to learn some tips about how we can enjoy education. We are going to receive these tips from our PQD, Robert Karanja. He is going to give us these tips in 15 minutes. And before he comes on stage, I'd like to tell you a little bit about him. He's been a member of SEMA Toastmasters since 2016. Obviously, the current program quality director, that's what PQD stands for. And he's a financial analyst and entrepreneur. He's the host of the Sense Sensei podcast and passionate about creating inclusive financial markets in Africa. Robert says that he's always been fascinated by the power and passion of leaders who, through their words, changed the course of history. He says it is amazing how a person's message can resonate with a large group of people to the point where they entrust their destiny to that person. Help me welcome to the stage PQD Robert Karanja, making education enjoyable, PQD Robert Karanja.
I love hiking. However, in the times that I've gone out to the wild, I've found that there are two experiences that I might have of hiking. The first one is where I am left quite alone most of the trail, and I'm left with the sounds of the birds, the sounds of a river or something like that nearby, where I feel peaceful and truly enjoy that experience. The other type of experience I've found in hiking is where you are accompanied with a group of people. And unfortunately, one of them has a Bluetooth speaker playing terrible music throughout. I do not enjoy that experience even a little bit. I usually go back home feeling like it was a wasted day. And so when you think about it, the environment in which we do anything matters. We need to enjoy the environment where we are in. And bringing it to Toastmasters, at our meetings, what is going on? We are giving people the opportunities to grow as public speakers and leaders. We are giving people the motivation to keep working towards their goals. And we are also inviting people who are not part of our club to join that community. A dull meeting is going to lead to failure in all of these three things that we're trying to achieve. First of all, members will not feel compelled to come to the meeting to deliver speeches or come to take part in organizing that meeting. In addition to that, they're not going to feel motivated to keep working towards their goals. And finally, when guests come to a dull meeting, they're not going to be compelled to become part of that community. Because when you think about it, most of the times, especially for the meetings that meet at the end of the day, people are coming from a busy office, they have been stressed throughout the day, and so they do not want to come to a dull place. They want to come to a place where they are going to feel some excitement. So the critical question that we can have in our clubs is how can we have fun meetings that keep members engaged and that keep guests wanting to come back for more? And this afternoon, I'm going to propose three things that we can think about. First of all, we can take greater advantage of the meeting theme. Second, we can prepare for our roles better. And finally, we can prevent certain mistakes that come when we attempt to have enjoyable meetings. The first one is the theme of the meeting is extremely important, and it can help us to a great extent enjoy our meetings. A lot of these lessons, I've actually realized them. They've come to my mind just as I was preparing for this tip session. The first way is a fun meeting is going to start during the preparation of the meeting. Let me give an example. Adults are actually closeted introverts. You know, an introvert is a person who agrees to something, beforehand. And as the day of the event comes closer and closer, they realize that they actually do not want anything to do with that event. And maybe that is your experience when you're organizing the meetings at your club. At the beginning, people are excited to sign up roles, but as the day gets closer and closer, you find people dropping off and not so excited. And so the theme of the meeting can help you build that excitement starting from during the preparation stage of the meeting. You can start engaging with those members on how they can contribute to it. The theme question is important in getting them to start being excited and looking forward to the day. And therefore, as you're coming up with a theme, think closely about that question that you're going to ask each of the role takers and making it a question that is going to help them anticipate an amazing meeting. In addition to that, you can share additional information about the theme during the preparation stage in your club meeting groups so that people look forward to having fun. Another thing about a great meeting is that it provides opportunity to visually enliven that meeting. I have seen a meme, I've seen a video on social media where someone sets off a firework and then miraculously it flies into someone's house and explodes in there. A great meeting is something like that. You come to the meeting feeling dull and down, and the meeting is going to explode on you. It gives you opportunities to have strange hats, to have different types of outfits, to have decorations during your meeting. Even during the online meetings, you can think about what kind of Zoom backgrounds, the same that have been created for this conference, what kind of Zoom backgrounds can you create to help people get excited about the theme of that meeting? The grammarian and the table topics master also can piggyback on the fun theme. To help you understand how this will work, think about going to an Italian restaurant. From my own experience, I found the best part of an Italian dish is the sauce. Not actually the meat that is in the sauce, but the sauce itself, which enhances that meat. And that is how the word of the day and the table topic questions appear related to the meeting theme. The meeting theme is the sauce that gives flavor to the word of the day and gives flavor to the table topics questions. And so when the grammarian and the table topics master focus on how they can piggyback on the theme and blow it even greater, you'll find that you have an exciting time together. And finally, audiences need to connect with that theme. Sometimes when you are in an online meeting, it feels like you are being blue ticked actually on Zoom. You post comments on the chat, nobody is responding. You ask for feedback from the audience, people are quiet. A great theme can help you continuously connect with the members of the audience throughout an online meeting. Keep sending questions in the chat, keep engaging them, and you'll find that your meetings become exciting. To use the theme of the meeting effectively, we need to work as a team. Everybody needs to be involved. And something I would propose to you during your club meetings is the Toastmaster of the day works with the VPE, the president, and maybe some other members of the club to think about the theme and how it can be used. It can be enhanced further to engage the members of your club, such that we take more time in preparing and planning out how that theme is going to play out during our meetings. And you'll find that we are going to have much more enjoyable education environments for your members. The other way is by better preparation when you are preparing for, when you take up a role during your meeting. And a variety in the execution of the different roles is going to add excitement in your meeting. Let's first of all start with the table topics master. Table topics is an already exciting segment. And however, by adding a bit of creativity, you can greatly enhance it. It is like taking a chocolate cake and then adding some homemade strawberry ice cream at the top of it. And so a bit of creativity when you're thinking about how to conduct your table topics is going to greatly enhance your meetings. And first of all, think about things like round robin, or where you give the participants a series of words that they need to use in their speech, and many other games that you can play during the table topics session. Then the other role takers can add fun to the meeting by personalizing their introduction. We have those scripts that we use when you're introducing our roles during the meetings. And however, by giving it our personal spin, especially in the introduction, we can greatly enhance the meeting. So when you're the timer for your meeting, think about how significant the timing role is to the members of the club and put it in your own words. That simple act of personalizing the introduction is going to add some fun to your meetings. You can also add special roles during the meeting that can add variety and fun. When we were back in school, we all loved when a substitute teacher came to our class. That meant we could ask that teacher random questions, get them to tell us stories. And so the lesson will be varied. We will be taken out of the normal routine. And that is what things like the joke master, the hack master, the game master during our meetings can do. You can add additional meeting roles once in a while to add some variety to the program. And finally, the Toastmaster of the day and the chair of the meeting, who is the president, needs to be enthusiastic and efficient in how they open the meeting. Often, when you come to a DAL meeting, you find that it is like the battle has been lost even before the war began. The meeting at the beginning seems a bit slow and dull. And so, as the president, think about how you can enthusiastically begin that first part, how you can efficiently go through the business segment, passing the minutes of the meeting, and also the Toastmaster of the day. Think about how you can quickly go through the introductions of the role takers so that you do it in an efficient way, so that the meeting starts to gain momentum and it doesn't feel dull at the beginning of the meeting. All of these things that I've said require a lot of preparation, and it is something that the general evaluator at your meeting can keep looking out and suggesting how we can make the different parts of our meetings fun. Finally, there are certain challenges that you might experience as you're trying to make your meeting fun, and these are things that you need to watch out for. First of all, the most important thing during a meeting is to have prepared speeches. And so whenever you're trying to have fun in a meeting, and it means reducing the amount of time given to prepared speeches, then you are going on the wrong direction. It is a case of where the cure is worse than the disease. So work on the meeting agenda beforehand, work on the program to make sure that whatever new exciting things you're trying to add have enough time and that are going to allow the speakers to have enough time. Then do not take away the focus from the mission of our club, which is to make leaders. I've gone to a meeting where the theme was an amazing one, where we were told to talk about the different recipes that are our favorites. However, the crazy thing is that by the end of the meeting, there was a guest who didn't understand what Toastmasters was about, thought we were a group of enthusiasts who liked to come and share our recipes. And so as you're trying to make your meeting fun, think about how you can still spotlight the fact that we are here to grow as public speakers and as leaders. Next, do not make the fun complicated. I think you've gone to a team building event where it takes so long to explain the game that you think maybe this game could have been an email. And so when you are practicing, when you're preparing for the meeting, make sure that the introduction of any fun event is not going to take more than 30 seconds. Practice a lot, do test runs to make sure that it's going to run smoothly. And finally, don't make it an inward-facing affair where you do not involve the guests or at your meeting. You need to keep inviting people to become a part of your community. And think about when you go to a room and you find people are already laughing. It becomes very difficult for you to join the fun at that point. They have to explain the joke to you, and you're probably not going to get it anyway. And that is a way that having fun at our clubs can appear, where as a club, we're having fun with other members of our club. And so the visitors, Toastmasters, and the guests feel left out. And so as you're planning this fun event, think about how you're going to involve the guests who come to your meeting. And so despite the risks despite these challenges, take the risk, learn from your mistakes, and keep making your meetings as enjoyable as possible. Going back to the beginning, I love hiking. I love being a Toastmaster. And so there are certain experiences that help me enjoy, help me continue to want to grow as a public speaker and as a leader. And there are certain experiences that can deter that motivation. Think about the members of your club. Think about what kind of environment you're creating during your meetings, and use these tips that I've shared this morning to enhance the enjoyment that they receive. And you'll find that the members and the guests will keep coming back for more. Thank you so much for this opportunity, and back to you, MC Mary.
A round of applause for PQD, Robert Karanja. Well done. I've learned so much, and we're so honored to have you share those tips with us. You've actually piqued my interest. I'd like to find out from you, what is one thing that our guests who are joining us for the first time ever, they've never heard of Toastmasters, and somebody who loves them just sent this link to them so that they can join in and hear these amazing speeches. What is the one thing that you can tell them about Toastmasters that will pique their interest and let them join a meeting?
Absolutely, Mary. Something that I've learned over the time I've been a leader at Toastmasters and over the last couple of months is that public speaking is a need that a lot of people already have. People want to grow as public speakers and as leaders. They are simply looking for the right kind of environment where they can achieve those things. And so the thing that I would tell to anybody who's coming to a Toastmasters meeting is that this is a safe place where you can grow, where you can make your mistakes and get feedback on how you can get better. I remember a couple of years back listening to DTM Peter Mutua, where he talked about going to a meeting where a Toastmasters meeting where one of the speakers had an intense stutter. And so that's the members in that club were encouraging, they were so encouraging in the evaluations and the feedback that they gave the person. And so the person kept coming back. And that is the kind of environment we need to create at our clubs, where anybody who wants to grow as a public speaker and as a leader feels that these are the people who are going to accept my weaknesses and help me get better without shaming me or anything like that.
Thank you very much. And your journey has been such an inspiration. You always tell us how you started out without being able to speak in front of people. And now here you are, almost at the pinnacle of the Toastmasters leadership. And we're so encouraged by that. So just one last question about your legend. Who is your African legend?
Who is my African legend? I'm a great fan of reading African history. And someone who stood out for me the first time I read their story is one of the founding fathers of Botswana. And the thing that stood out for me is the kind of legacy they left in their country, where they made it that everybody is responsible for building their community. You can't leave it to a few people to be responsible for building your community. Each of us is responsible. You're responsible for not littering. You're responsible for taking care of the land around your house. You're responsible for how you use the roads. And I think as Africans, the way that we can grow, the way that we can become the great nations that we are, is by taking personal responsibility for our countries, for the people that are around us, and taking personal responsibility for the success of our continent.
Thank you very much for your time. And I now welcome our SAA to hand you a certificate of appreciation.
Thank you so much.
Without much further ado, I'd like to welcome back to the stage our contest chair, Erastus Ouko, to take us through the International Speech Contest. He will tell us about it and why it is important for all of us to try this contest. And we are so happy to be listening to the speeches of the contestants who have made it this far. Congratulations to everyone, and over to you, Contest Chair.
Thank you so much, Mary Gitari. And indeed, we all need to give it a go, the international contest. If for no other reason, you can also represent District 114 globally. And of course, bragging rights comes with participating in this contest. Well, it is my plumb pleasure to take us to this next contest today, the International Speech Contest. And thank you so much for that address, Toastmaster Robert Karanja, DTM, somebody that I really admire. I picked a lot of things from your speech. Thank you so much for that. So, ladies and gentlemen, it gives me great pleasure to now segue us into the next event, which is our last contest of the day for the district, for the Division E Conference 2024. This is the fourth of the 4 contests that we've had since morning, and we are doing very, very well. Thank you so much. I would like to welcome you all to this exciting contest, and we do have 4 contestants with us today. Maybe the SA can confirm to me that all the 4 contestants are in the room.
Contest Chair, I confirm that Bethlehem, Iwot, Wamboi, and Rekik, the 4 contestants are in the main room. Over to you.
Thank you so much, lead SA, Dr. Kevin Rubia. To start, before we even get the next element, I want to confirm that all the contestants have met the eligibility requirements to participate in the contest and certified this in writing. And also we picked their speaking order, of which I will mention shortly. And that will be the first speaker, Bethlehem Nesibu, DTM. The second one will be Hiwot Meheretiab. Sorry, Hiwot, if I destroy the second part of the name, I'll learn that before we finish. Wamboi Karebe and Rekik Ketema Alemu as the 4th contestants, and this was determined using a fair process. I want to now call upon the Chief Judge to tell us about the protocol. Over to you, Chief Judge.
Thank you very much. Mr. Contest Chair, once again, good morning, everybody. For the International Speech Contest, the judges will be looking at 3 main criteria. The first being content, which comprises 50% of the score and includes speech development, effectiveness, and the speech value. The second criteria will be delivery, which comprises 30% of the total score and includes the physical presentation, the voice, and the manner. And the final criteria is language, which comprises 20% of the overall score and includes appropriateness as well as correctness of the language used. Each contestant will get 5 to 7 minutes to deliver their speech, and timer number 1 will display their green signal at the 5th minute. They will display the yellow signal at the 6th minute, and they will display the red signal at the 7th minute. We will have 7 voting judges for this contest, 1 tie-breaking judge, 3 ballot counters, and 2 timers. All are ready. We wish all the contestants the very best. Back to you, Mr. Contest Chair.
Thank you, our Chief Judge. As I had already mentioned, I'd mentioned the order of contestants, but I can still repeat: Toastmaster Bethlehem Nesibu, Toastmaster Hiwot Meheretiab, Toastmaster Wamboi Karebe, and Toastmaster Rekik Ketema, in that order. So the first one is Bethlehem, the second one is Hiwot, the third one is Wamboi, and the fourth one is Rekik. The contestants are allowed to stay in the room, but of course we had a session with them about elements to do with, you know, protest and all that. So that's clear, even if they remain in the room. As we will observe 1 minute of silence after each contestant has delivered their presentation or their speech. I would also like to remind that we remain muted at all times. And of course, our videos are off. And I would like to now proceed with the international speech contest for Division E. And I'm going to call upon the first contestant, who is Bethlehem Nesibu. If you can start your video, and to confirm with your audio, you can say Legacy of African Legends. You can shout out Legacy of African Legends. Shout it all across Africa.
Legacy of African Legends.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Bethlehem. Toastmaster Bethlehem, I will call your name, then I'll call your speech title twice, and then your name again. And at that point, you should be ready to proceed by either verbal or non-verbal communication. Please confirm you can see the timer. What is that?
Yes, I can see the timer.
All right. Okay. You know, considering some cultures, doing this means no. So you can at least see the timer. Toastmaster Bethlehem Nesibu, the person behind the mask. The person behind the mask, Toastmaster Bethlehem Nesibu.
Fellow Toastmasters and guests, smile, please. Yep, I just made you smile without cracking a single joke. Would you be surprised if I say that the phrase smile, please makes me so uncomfortable? I used to be so comfortable in my own skin because I was raised with so much love, and I thought the world was going to treat me the same. I was proven wrong. At the age of 18, I left the house for the very first time and joined Bahar Jar University. On week 2, I was hanging out with my new friends when out of the blue, one of the boys turned towards me and asked, "Beatty, why do your teeth look like chocolate?" The first thing that popped in my head was, I love chocolate. This is a compliment. But before I respond to him, one of the other boys started talking. No, I think her teeth look more like poop. Yeah, poop. I would be lying if I say that the latter comment did not crush my soul. I kept quiet, and the only thing I wanted to do at that moment was call Grandma and ask her to take me home. Comments like that started coming at me left, right, and center, and I began to hide myself from everyone else. After 5 years, I survived the university life and graduated. Now, it was Grandma's turn to ask questions, and the questions are no longer about my poopy teeth. Beatty, where are my great-grandkids? Grandma, where is my husband? I don't think I'm capable of delivering your request by myself. I think Grandma forgot that I need to marry a man first. But I had a problem. For centuries, when women are interested in men, they often end up wearing their long hair in a flashy hairstyle, or they flash a killer smile to get noticed. For me, short hair, poopy teeth. It's hard being a woman. At times, I feel like it's even harder to just exist as a human being. Who would forget the pandemic? When COVID-19 hit, the entire world was on the brim of survival. I mean, I, on the other hand, was blessed with a beautiful gift. Face mask. You know what? Some people may call it catfishing because I was happily wearing my face mask when I met my boyfriend. I no longer had to show my brownish teeth. After being together for a while, I could no longer hide behind this. It was time for me to take it off, and I was so afraid of his reaction. The man is not leaving. Turns out he was already in love, and all I had to do was exist for him to love me. Your girl was so happy that she wanted to mark the day. Remember the day that she was accepted for her. She was accepted without the mask. Therefore, she recommended that her and her boyfriend go to a photo studio and get their pictures taken by a professional photographer. My boyfriend and I arrived at the photo studio. We paused, and the cameraman said, "Smile, please." My boyfriend smiled, flaunting his perfect white teeth. I, on the other hand, I smiled with my eyes. We all know I can't use my poopy teeth. I'm sure the cameraman was probably thinking, "Young lady, blink once if you're here against your will." Because this doesn't say I love this man. This doesn't say I trust the man standing next to me. I thought I was wearing the face mask for the sole purpose of hiding my brownish teeth. Little did I know that I was wearing the mask of self-doubt on my beauty. What mask are you wearing? Could you be wearing the mask called ego because you don't want to apologize for hurting people? Or could you be wearing the mask called overconfidence because you don't want to acknowledge other people's contribution to your success? There are things I want to do in life, but I'm not doing them because I'm wearing the mask called fear. Fellow Toastmasters and guests, if you're wearing the mask, when will you come out? This particular experience has taught me one thing, and that is Beatty doesn't fit the beauty standard set by society at all. And instead of accepting me for me, what did I do? I chose to conceal my true identity behind different masks. When will I come out of these masks? When will I be free? The time said I don't have forever. So I say today is the day that I get rid of this mask. Today is the day that I set my own standard. Today is the day that I reveal my true identity. Fellow Toastmasters and guests, when will you reveal the person behind the mask? Contest chair.
1 minute of silence for the judges to mark ballots.
Contest chair, 1 minute is up.
Thank you very much, SAA. Contestant number 2, Toastmaster Hiwot Mehereteab. Toastmaster Hiwot, please repeat or shout out the phrase legacy of African legends, so it can be heard in all corners of the continent.
Legacy of African legends.
Fantastic. Fantastic. Toastmaster Hiwot, are you able to see the timer?
Yes.
You can see the timer. Fantastic. I will say your name, then I will say your speech title twice, then your name, after which you should be able to proceed. And the timing will start when you have either verbal or non-verbal cue as a matter of starting your speech. Toastmaster Hiwot Mehereteab, guard your dream. Guard your dream. Toastmaster Hiwot Mehereteab.
Do you know only 25% of people managed to work in their childhood dream? Only 25% of people made it. This is according to an article by Hannah Martin, published in September 2023. This article perfectly highlighted the story that I want to share with you today. My struggle to become one of the 25% who made it. You see, Toastmasters and honored guests, when I was in grade 8, I wanted to become a lawyer, an artist, a film director, an author, and low-key medical doctor. At that time, I strongly believed that having a goal set early on will ensure my success in later life. So you can imagine I was so stressed trying to figure out what I want to become. Ironically, my best friend has only one dream. She wanted to become an internationally known actress, and that's it. I admired her for that. But one day she said, you know what, Hiwot, I want to make you choose your dream profession. Let me help you. I said, yes, I want that. But in reality, I was scared. And also I was so interested to find out. And she came with 5 folded papers on a plate. And that was it. The moment was so epic. I was scared. My fingers were trembling. My heart was beating fast. But I picked one folded paper, took a deep breath, opened it, and there it was, my dream profession, film director. Woohoo! Me and my best friend, we hugged, we cried, we marveled the fact that both of our dream jobs aligned. She, the actress, me, the film director. What are the odds? But then something popped up in my head. I thought maybe I may need a plan B. It's never too late to have a contingency plan, right? So mindlessly, I picked another folded paper, opened it. It says film director. Picked another one. Same thing. All of them saying film director. I was furious at my friend. I was hurt. I got tricked. I got played. Later on, my best friend tried to rectify, to tell me her point of view on this regard. She explained she also had a dream for her to become Angelina Jolie, for me to become the female version of Steven Spielberg. So together, we will make blockbuster movies after movies, and we stay best friends forever. After I cried over my sabotage dream and gave my best friend weeks and weeks of silent treatment, actually, I came to realize this situation has two giant life lessons. The first lesson is dream, but take account of your current reality. It dawned on me. Here I am, thinking about what I'm going to become later on. But what I needed to do, my present reality, was to get pass of my national grade 8 exam. And I thought, let me crush grade 8. Let me crush secondary school. And then it will surely take me closer to my dream profession. Friends, as you sit here, think about the dreams that you have. It may seem so far away, but ask yourselves, what is your reality? And then how can I integrate my reality with my dream? Surely, if you start to think like that, it will take you closer to your dream profession. I can testify to that. After I landed my first job, I enrolled myself in Cinematography Institute, and guess what? I won the Best Film Director Award. See, I did it. So can you. The second lesson, though, it is do not give anyone power over your dream. Guard your dream. Having my dream manipulated by my best friend serves as a reminder to that. Because of it, I learned to safeguard my dream and never let external influence ruin it. Friends, allow me to nudge you, just softly. Think, when you were to choose your college profession, people might tell you, I'm sure of it, choose this profession over that one because of this and that. And where are we now? Most of us are working in a profession that doesn't speak to our soul. So it's never too late to guard our dream. Let's do something about that, shall we? Contest chair, Toastmasters, and guests. Today, public speaking has never been my childhood dream, but it has become a dream that I cherish and guard fiercely. So on this platform, I just want to encourage you all today. Let's be part of the 25% who made it. We can do it. Let's guard our dream. Thank you, Mr. Contest Chair.
1 minute of silence for the judges to mark their ballots.
Contest chair, 1 minute is up.
Thank you for that heads up. Toastmaster Wambui Karebe. How are you doing, Wambui?
I'm all right.
Please repeat, or maybe please shout out the statement, legacy of African legends, so it can be heard all across this beautiful continent.
Legacy of African legends.
Fantastic. Well, Toastmaster Wambui, I'm going to call out your name or to say your name, then mention your title, your speech title twice, then your name again. At that point, you should be ready to proceed with your speech by either verbal or non-verbal cue. Toastmaster Wambui Karebe. The gift of a miracle. The gift of a miracle, Toastmaster Wambui Karebe.
Life can throw some crazy surprises your way. And take it from me, miracles can happen when you least expect them. Do you believe in miracles? 3,900 people died from road accidents in Kenya last year. May God rest their souls in peace. My husband and I almost added to this statistic. Exactly 1 year ago, in March last year, my husband and I were heading on a camping trip with a newly installed rooftop tent for the car. We happened to be driving in an area with high winds, which, due to the tent and the speed at which we were driving, ended up destabilizing the car, and we lost control, going headfirst into an oil petroleum tanker. I broke my femur and fractured and dislocated my wrist. One of the things that saved me was the fact that I was wearing a safety belt. However, when it pulled me back, it ended up causing some damage to my intestines, and as a result, I had internal bleeding. Due to the impact, I also had muscle spasms on my back. The side of the car where I had sat was terribly mangled that the rescuers couldn't open the door. It was the ultimate definition of an emergency situation. As scary as this story is, surviving that accident gave me a new life purpose and was a pivotal awakening for me. Today, I'll share 3 lessons I learned from my life-changing accident. First, God and miracles are so real. Before the accident, I didn't entirely believe in miracles and thought that they were just another thing that Jesus did. All this changed the moment I laid my eyes on photos of the wreck, as it was impossible to believe that anyone came out of that alive. Family and friends came to visit us while in hospital, and one of the things that was constantly repeated was that God loves you so much and He saved your life for a purpose. You are here for a purpose. I strongly believe that I am a living miracle and that part of my life's purpose is to tell others about what God has done for me, as I do today on this Toastmasters stage. Second, I realized that sometimes we go through things in life in order to show others that they can do the same. I was on a wheelchair for a month, then moved to crutches, and then a walking stick. This life experience, being visibly disabled, was a shocker for me, and I couldn't believe the number of burning stares I received. This nudged me to create the Unseen Life Experience podcast, where we share the unseen stories of Africans living with or affected by disability. If I hadn't gone through that harrowing catastrophe, I wouldn't have realized the sheer importance of stories of the differently abled. Let's look at the third lesson. It became clear to me that we go through life thinking that we have time, which I'm sorry to say is not the case for all of us. We make bucket lists and grand plans for the future without considering, as Eleanor Roosevelt said, today is a gift. That's why it's called the present. I've learned to seek opportunities for joy, growth, and adventure without delay. Some of the things that I've done in the recent past include learning to make Asian dishes, traveling to South Africa for the first time, and enrolling in a Toastmasters contest despite being a new member. Life is now. To wrap up, the three life-changing lessons that I learned were, first, God and miracles are so real that sometimes we go through things in order to show others that they can go through the same, and that tomorrow is not guaranteed. I'd like to encourage each and every one of you here today to live your best life, for none of us truly knows how much longer we have on this earth. I hope you discover the profound role of faith in your life and constantly ask yourself what each life experience is trying to teach you. As Mahatma Gandhi said, live as if you're going to die tomorrow. Learn as if you're going to live forever. Over to you, contest chair.
1 minute of silence for the judges to mark the ballots.
Contest chair, 1 minute is up.
Thank you so much for that. See, Rekik Ketema, how are you today? Please say it out loud for all of Africa to hear you out. Legacy of African legends.
Legacy of African legends.
Nice. So Toastmaster Rekik, I'm going to say your name, then I'm going to say your speech title twice, then your name, after which you should be good to go by either verbal or an unverbal cue. Your timing will start, or the counting of your speech time will start. Toastmaster Rekik Ketema. Definition of success. Definition of success. Toastmaster Rekik Ketema.
Our mid-20s are crazy. They're filled with doubts, confusions, and a relentless pursuit for success. Now, success, that is the word that matters, right? It is so perplexing, but at the same time, it fuels dreams. Our mid-20s are filled with our mid-20s revolve around the concept of success, with a slow background voice that tells us, you need to do more, or look at your friends. As I am navigating through this unsettling time, I started reflecting on the roller coaster of emotions that I am feeling that somehow got amplified because of a single reason: imposter syndrome. A pervasive imposter syndrome, a bold companion that entangled itself on my back, following me around everywhere I go, ever since I decided to leave my undergrad degree and decided to pursue my chosen career. In December 2020, I graduated in civil engineering. And in December 2020, I decided to never become a civil engineer. And lucky for me, I joined the development sector, which was what I wanted at that point in time. But I joined with no legit professional experience and no relevant educational background, but I still wanted to join. And I chose to join a completely new sector and hoped to become successful. Now, this decision was received by a very few number of people that were supportive, a few more that were a bit skeptical, and a massive amount of people that were shocked and disappointed at me for leaving my 5-year education and letting it go to waste. Now, mind you, this was not received by the rebel in me. It was rather received by a confused mind and a hopeful heart that wanted to take the leap to everybody that I can be successful in a completely new sector and belong. Now, despite the back and forth that I had with myself, I still went through with that decision. And it wasn't long enough before I started feeling like some things are not sufficient. Consistency, commitment, efficiency, effort, energy, all these words seemed inadequate. There's always that background voice that says, are you sure? Are you sure? And all the actions and decisions that I have made with my head held up high will go into smokes. Are you sure? A question that is representative of all the doubts that comes with, are you good enough? Did you do well? Have you proved yourselves to them yet? And on my worst of days, I downplay every single stride that could potentially be considered as an achievement or an accomplishment. I called it being humble, as if that could bring a sense of belonging within me. I started mastering the art of nurturing other people's egos while suppressing my own, somehow getting lost in the process of it. And I always asked myself, what did I have to do to feel like I belong? And I never found the answer for it until I started realizing that ever since I switched sectors, I have been engaged in a very fast-paced race against an invisible, ever-changing definition of success. Throughout my entire 20s, I've been told to find what I love. Throughout my entire life, I've been told to find my passion, not to explore my options. I was told to strive to achieve, not to thrive, to be empowered. And I realized, I now know that each and every one of us have been taught to live a perfectly calculated life, perfectly thought after life, with no room for mistakes, no takebacks. As I navigate through my mid-20s, I realized that the tumultuous ride that I've endured up until now was for me to know that the definition of success for me means simply to live. Live in the sense that I savor and enjoy every single moment that I spend with my loved ones as well as strangers. Success sometimes means waking up and having a cup of coffee, and at other times it means adding that tick right next to the to-do list. The definition of success has been changing throughout my mid-20s. Not only that, but throughout my entire life. And that should be okay. So, fellow Toastmasters and guests, success is not something to be chased after. It is something to be cultivated from within. It is embracing the journey of self-discovery. Yes, our mid-20s are crazy, but so are our mid-30s and our mid-40s, as long as we continue in our path with a predefined notion of success. As Benjamin Franklin once said, without words such as growth and process, there is no such words such as achievement, success, have no meaning. So as we embark in our separate journeys, may we redefine the definition of success and mark our marks in our world in ways that matter most to ourselves. Back to you.
A minute of silence for the judges to mark the ballot.
Contest chair, 1 minute is up.
Thank you so much, SA, for great coordination and promptly alerting us. Well, it's now the time for us to get to celebrate. Let's celebrate in a special way. If you've not celebrated somebody recently, give it your 100% to really applaud and celebrate all the contestants today. Let's really go at it and really appreciate them to ensure they feel appreciated. And if I say we can have them spotlighted, so we can have all the contestants spotlighted, can have them on the podium. I'm waiting to see celebrations and appreciation, applauses. You know, I don't know whether SA, you can even allow people to, maybe not. I was going to suggest maybe you allow them to post things on the chat to say congratulations, what. But thank you so much. If that's possible, by the way, we should do that. And because we finished all the contests, so you can upload all of them and just send them a word of encouragement. I'll tell you a story. When I joined Toastmasters and there was an evaluation, and then I will receive those small, you know, when they were doing it with paper and pen, and then you'll receive a small note, not even from your main evaluator, from the others who will encourage you. It used to feel very good. I think from some of my older quotes, sometimes when I pull out and I see notes, it feels really good. I thought maybe that's how ladies felt like when we passed on the messages when you're trying our luck. You know, before when I was younger, then we used to write compositions and we used to get creative. Otherwise, you'll stay single. So congratulations, ladies. Congratulations for a really, really good job. Thank you. You've brought in your A game. You've done it very, very well. I have, it's interesting. I was going through some of your hobbies, and they ranged from sleeping to cooking to reading to film to walking to travel. Quite rich kind of hobbies. I have a question. Maybe let me start off with Betty. Betty, let me ask you, if I know Toastmasters is such an legendary organization and all that, but if Toastmasters in Division E were to be remembered forever and they would pull out some masks, how would you paint the picture of how that will look like? How would Toastmaster Division E, Toastmaster District 114 be legendary? What will be some of the qualities or characteristics of a legendary Toastmaster community in Division E?
Thank you very much, Mr. Contest Chair. To answer your question, I think the picture that our division will show other people from the outside is our Africanness. I remember the first time I attended the district conference, and I felt African, honestly speaking. Let me put it that way. Back to you.
Wow. So we can embrace more of our Africanness, maybe. All right. I like that. Toastmaster Hewitt, first of all, please tell me the right way to pronounce your second name. How do I
think
say
you
it
have done
correctly?
a very good job. I think you already have done a very good job considering what I've been through.
Okay.
My last name is Meheret Av.
I think a couple of times I might have gotten it correct. I'm so proud of myself.
Yes.
That's a beautiful name.
Yeah.
I wonder what it
Thank
means.
you.
It has a deeper meaning, or naming
It's kind
protocols
of
in like
Meheret Av,
yes.
blessings of God.
Oh,
Blessings of God.
oh, nice.
I think that's how it is.
All right.
Anybody can correct me. All
So if I talk to my wife, my next child, maybe we have a name option there. But I don't know what
You
Tomboy
do.
will do if he wants
Now
to
you
call.
do.
Now, Meherteb, just a quick question. First, congratulations. I see that you have long titles. You are EBS, MBS, film, all these things. You have recognition from high offices. Tell us briefly about this legendary achievement in brief. What did you do to get this kind of recognition?
I feel like it's not it will be continuing, since we are living, it will be continuing, and not only for myself, and I root for all of the people that they will not stop where they are at, and they will still continue to progress and conquer everything. The legacy that I have done is I always ask myself, and what would I do if I'm not afraid? The Steve Harvey also quote, what would you do if you weren't afraid? Imagine if we are not afraid, holding ourselves back, we could have done more than we have done so far. So I think the secret, if I call it like that, is because I challenge myself not to be afraid in every step of my way. Thank you. Back to you.
Thank you. Fear, I think, kills a lot of dreams. That's very well. And actually, Bethlehem said some of the masks are fear, and that's the one we need to strip down and go at it. Thank you so much. And even I think Rekik talked about some of this fear that stops us in our tracks. Wambui, I really loved the significance of your speech, especially Miracle. and the reflections from your experience. Tell us, in terms of clarity, in terms of what really matters in life. You know, sometimes we fight over things like the bread, the last bread in the loaf, and that makes people hate one another. In fact, it was amazing, incredibly amazing in a wrong way. I was recently in a travel and people fought. It was a fist fight and it was over petty things. But tell us, Wambui, what really, from your reflection, especially from your experience, what are some of the things that you find that really, this really counts? This is substance. This is not petty. This is real stuff.
Thank you. Interesting question. I remember when I came home from hospital, looking around at everything that we had in the house and just realizing that as much money as you put in buying those things, at the end of the day, you're going to leave them and they're just things and they don't matter. So also when I saw how family came through for us because we needed obviously support in the house, how our families dropped absolutely everything they were doing for about 3 months to take care of us, I realized that family is number one, family and friends who are like family. And then secondly is how you live your life, the day-to-day things. So your passions, what you participate in, and what you actually do to grow in your life.
Mm-hmm. Thank you so much. Very well said. I think if we think about that and live like that, we live better lives. Thank you. Toastmasters Rekik Ketema Alemu, tell us, and on behalf of all the Toastmasters today, how has the experience of participating in the contest been for you? How has it been from preparation to how you feel now? Do you feel like a heavy load has been lifted and you're like, finally? Or how has the experience been in a few words?
Thank you, Mr. Contest Chair. I think the experience has been a very great one for me. Last year, I did try to compete in the contest representing my club. And so I haven't gotten this far in the previous year's contest. But this time around, it has been a very new experience for me. I've received a lot of guidance from members and coaches, and it has been such a learning experience for me. So I'm so thankful. I do really feel like there's a huge load lifted off of my shoulder. But also, I think I'll definitely take this learning and hopefully will take it forward. But even if I win or not, I do feel like I've already won anyway. So,
yes.
So it has been a great experience, and thank you for having us. Back to you.
Thank you. And having said that, success is participation. Success is showing up. That is success, not necessarily just winning, but showing up and being a part of the process. Thank you. Very well said. I want to request all the people, all the participants, all the audience, let's appreciate in a special way. We still have 86 strong. Let's appreciate all our contestants today as they receive their certificates. SAA, if we can have the well-deserved certificates, and let's celebrate them. Who first goes to Bethlehem Nesibu. Congratulations, Toastmaster Bethlehem. Very well deserved. Keep participating. And the next certificate goes to Toastmaster Hiwot Mehereteab. Very, very well deserved. Great participation, great speech. Congratulations. And the next one goes to Toastmaster Wambui Karebe. Quite a moving speech. Thank you so much, Toastmaster Wambui, and congratulations. Can I see more? You know, in Toastmasters, we say we celebrate until somebody comes and goes, sits down. We celebrate you. And last but not least, Toastmaster Rekik Ketema, congratulations. Well in, Toastmaster Rekik. Great job. And now I pass on the baton one more time to our vivacious MC today, Toastmaster Mary Gitari. Mary, over to you to take it away.
Thank you very much. I believe that we have our other MC, Ruth Ageleo, who will introduce our keynote speaker. And let's all stay tuned for this amazing speech.
Thank you so much, Mary. But we will be going into a 5-minute health break. Like what Mary said earlier, you guys can grab your coffee, take a bathroom break, walk around, move your legs, and we'll be back after 5 minutes. Mr. Timer, please display red once the 5 minutes is up.
Never really know what's going on.
Thank you so much, Mr. Timer. I hope everyone is back to their seats and they're all ready to see our upcoming keynote speaker, as well as know who the winners are for this division contest. In addition, be aware that they would be representing us on the district conference that will be held soon at Nairobi, Kenya. It is the TCON, the Toastmasters Eastern African Conference. Before we move on to announce the winners of the contest today, I'd like to introduce you to our keynote speaker for today. He helps leaders, teams, and organizations achieve undeniable results. He gives expressions to his leader as a leader, strategist, and coach. In the last 2 decades, he has manifested this through his involvement in numerous successful business projects, cutting across industries, economies, and countries. He joined Toastmasters in 2012 and has since served as club president, area director, division director, chair of committees, District 94 club growth director, program quality director, district director, and parliamentarian. This is the first time I heard of this. As a business growth consultant, he currently serves as a senior learning and development manager at Rapport, United Kingdom and Ireland. As a district director, he served with the best team in the world to lead District 94 to the #1 district position in the world. He loves thinking, making people happy, and learn from unexpected sources. Fellow audience, Toastmasters, contestants, and beloved guests, help me welcome the past District 94 Director, Patrick Oludie DTM. Over to you.
Thank you very much. I see you've made a lot of effort with my name. Hello, everybody. How are you today? It's a moment with you. I am aware that I've got quite a very limited time to share with you, but it's a pleasure to be with you. And I bring you all of the joy and the opportunity to learn together. I know the clock is ticking. So I had some thoughts about the theme for the conference, the legacy of African legend. And I would share with you my approach to it. But before I continue, I'd like to appreciate and recognize the presence of the district director. I know other members of the trio, they are here, the division director, the conference convener, and my very good friend, the past district director, Emilia. So I would begin by asking you to hit the chat room right away and answer this question. So imagine you need to replace this visual that you're looking at with the photo of your African legend. Who would that be and why? I'm looking forward to reading what you will be sharing in the chat room. So please go ahead. Imagine, I mean, it's another way of saying, who is your favorite African legend? African legend in this case. I'm looking forward to seeing that. Please go ahead. Okay, thank you. Thank you for sharing. Thank you very much. Okay, beautiful. Thank you very much for sharing all of these details and all of these names. I'm seeing even names that I'm just seeing for the first time, you know, some of them very interesting, but this is really very, very good. Thank you very much. And I would ask you another question, which I would probably make effort to give an answer to. If we look through all of these people you've mentioned, we could actually find one or two things that seems to be cutting, find a few things that cut across all of them. Let me begin, and these are actually many. I could ask you to start listing and we'll be here forever. But let me begin by sharing with you my own African legend. I've got a number of others, but I'm very much attracted to Nelson Mandela. And, you know, it's a man that actually has his name and his picture on the money. You know, so Nelson Mandela, for me, is a unique African legend. And I do not intend to start telling you the story of Nelson Mandela from the scratch, considering the time that we have. But I am also sure that it does not only inspire me, but he has inspired and continues to inspire quite a lot of other people. For today, I will share with you a few reasons why I found him so intriguing as a character. So if you take your time to read what I've copied, you know, this is his speech at the point where he was going to be, he was going to jail, literally. He was going to be sent to jail. He said, during my lifetime, I have dedicated myself to this struggle of the African people. Against white domination of a democratic and free society in which all persons live together in harmony and with equal opportunity. It is an ideal which I hope to live for and to achieve. But if needs be, it is an ideal for which I am prepared to die. That's the quote from Nelson Mandela responding to the judge when he was sentenced, in a host with a community, in going to the prison with some of his other colleagues. This was what he said, that he was prepared to die. And I don't think he was saying this because he knew he was going to prison, but I have a feeling that he has literally lived his life around this way. When he was at the dock about getting into, on the way to the island where the prison is, he said, the invisibility of our cause and the certainty of our final victory are the impenetrable armor of those who consistently uphold their faith in freedom and justice in spite of political persecution. I just look at the audacity, I look at the certainty. He was so sure that at the end of the day, this was going to lead somewhere that he wanted the whole scenario to go at the end of the day. So I'm picking out just two things that I think if you are going to be a leader, or if you are a leader who is planning to go that far, you just have to take this from people like Nelson Mandela and a host of others that include some of the ones you have mentioned. And so if I ask you, even before I go ahead to do that, to say, what is it that you can see, feel, or hear from these his words? Just tell me, in terms of characteristics, in terms of quality, in terms of values, in terms of virtue. Thank you very much, my CGD. Sacrifice, yes, that's very visible. Sacrifice is there. Oh, I want to see more. It's not coming that fast. Selflessness, service, yeah, visionary. I could see courage. That's beautiful. It's a visionary. You could see courage and a host of other things. Passion. You could see someone that is strong. Let me share with you, in combination with all of the things you've listed, what for me, I could see, and I believe every leader should be ready to take with them. The first one for me is vision. Vision, you could call it purpose, you could call it direction, or even your why. It was Friedrich Nietzsche that said that when the why is sorted out, it says the how. When the why is clear enough, the how gets sorted out. So what's your purpose? You could, I mean, go back to that speech again. You will see a man of purpose who has the direction clear to him, and he was going to do everything to get to where he was going. He said, I am prepared to die for that reason. I thought that's unique. And that's something that so many people don't have. It's part of the reasons they have anyway. Maybe they've also not discovered, but it's part of the reasons why so many leaders have also failed. There's no compelling vision, something that drives them, that pushes them to want to achieve the result that they want to achieve at the end of the day. The question really is for every leader is, where are you going? You know, if you've seen the story of Alice in the Wonderland, I'm sure that's a popular movie around that too. Alice got to the crossroad, asked the cat, what road should I take? And the cat said, it depends on where you're going. Alice responded, I don't even know where I'm going. So the cat said, any road will get you there. If you don't know where you're going, any road will sure get you there. So the truth is, what do you want as an individual, as a leader? Because the first person that must be sorted out is the leader himself. So what's your vision? What's your purpose? Reconnect with your vision, reconnect with your purpose, because that's really very, very key. What is your purpose? Let me share mine with you. My purpose is to help individuals, organizations, and countries to find their purpose and direction. That's my purpose. What's yours? Where is your true north? What direction are you going? When you meet a leader, one of the things that becomes so clear to you is that clarity of purpose. For Mandela, it was very clear. You know, I was reading some stuff about Julius Nyerere. Julius Nyerere wanted United States of Africa. That's it. Like, just like you hear United States of America, as far as he was concerned, he was a Pan-African person, United States of, Ujamaa. Community was very, very important to him. And you could see how he knew that one of the ways to change this was focusing on education. So education, even the teacher, was central to achieving his goals. That's his philosophy. You know, so when we talk about these leaders today, we see that they are not people who are so distant. They are human beings like us, but they have some certain ingredients, things that they've put in place that help them to achieve whatever they've achieved at the end of the day. For Mandela, vision was so key. I mean, you need to have that vision to decide that you're going to spend 25 years of your life. I mean, not just your life, of your active life in prison for a cause. You must really be prepared to die for it. So what's your purpose? What's your direction? What's your vision? And because you are in Toastmasters does not mean that you immediately have purpose. No. You may be able to find it in Toastmasters, but individuals have to go on that journey and find what their purpose is. For me, the second one is empathy. You could see that Mandela literally could feel the pain of the people that he was prepared to die for, because that's exactly what empathy is. You know, getting into other people's shoes. And I'm sure by now you know how difficult it is to get into other people's shoes, especially if they are shoes that you're not used to. I mean, high heel shoes, step at all. But interestingly, some people walk on a daily basis in those shoes. So when you say you have empathy, emotional intelligence, EQ, what we're talking about here is your ability to get into other people's situation. And for us, as human, this itself is even very difficult because it begins with listening. Just like someone would say, it says to talk is human, to listen is divine. So understanding other people. Stephen Covey, in that his book, The 7 Habits of Highly Effective People, one of the habits you have there is that seek to understand, then to be understood, which is something that is really very difficult for us as human beings. Empathy is totally different from sympathy. When you're sympathetic with someone, you feel for them. But when you're empathetic with them, you feel with them. You're in their shoes. So empathy is really very, very key. And it's central to what emotional intelligence is at the end of the day. I may not have time to go into details talking about all of these, how leaders need to develop their emotional quotients, emotional acumen, because you will see that even in what Mandela and many of the leaders that we are listing, in what they've done in their lives. Motivation, empathy, self-regulation, just keep listing it. They're really key, they're essential, and it's quite difficult for leadership to happen without all of this. And that's why I would say that the law of buying really speaks to how important empathy is, because it's talking about who you are as a person at the end of the day. It says people buy into the leader before they buy into his vision. So we're not saying vision is not important, but the leader is really very, very important. This is the character. Are you a person of empathy? Are you a person who has the capacity to feel the pain that others are going through in the first place? I mean, just look at it here. When you don't buy into the leader, you don't buy into his vision, what do? You get another leader. When you don't buy into the leader, even when you buy into the vision, you still get another leader. When you buy into the leader, that's the person. That's empathy. Even if you don't buy into his vision, together you probably could get the vision. So as important as the vision of an organization is, of a team, because leadership does not happen without a vision, but there are some fundamentals that are, to a large extent, you will say are very important. I wouldn't say more important, but are very important when you put them beside vision. And it is the person, the empathy, the character. So you lead your club. So you lead your division. You lead the district, whatever you're leading. Do people see you as a person of empathy who is there for them, who they can rely on at any point in time? This is how I will describe the impact of this combination that I believe a leader must really keep in mind. Vision and empathy are two sides of the same coin. Vision shows your divinity because it gives just your ability to be able to see even beyond where you are. I mean, if you read the writings of Nostradamus with the eyes of yesterday, you will see that that guy was no ordinary man during his time, because he was already predicting about iron birds. He had no words to describe them because there were no planes. He could see beyond where he was. So, and I think it's a divine gift to be able to see beyond where we are. So vision brings the divinity, it brings the God in you out. Empathy shows the humanity in you. And sincerely, there is no enduring success in leadership without a complete coin, because your divinity has to connect with your humanity for you to deliver the best of the result that we're looking at. You can't be successful as a leader if you decide to stay divine, meaning, oh, I've got the vision, this is the vision. And you also can't be successful if all you do is just stay human. You have to be the combination of both. Divine and human. Vision and empathy. Very, very key. You know, at this point, I'm tempted to say, yes, it's true. We're really looking at the legacy that the African legends have left for us. If I really want to tweak and maybe put a spin to the theme of today that I am talking about, I would actually title it the legacy gap. And if I say the legacy gap, I would invite you to go back to the first question I asked earlier on when I said, who actually is your African legend? And just look at the names that we listed. And that includes even the one that I suggested. If you check most of them, they are, I mean, the time when they lived and so on, you will see that they are now so far from us. I remember having a session sometimes, and I used Titanic as an example, and the whole audience was saying Titanic. You know, Titanic is a movie about a ship that was wrecked, that sank. But you see, that audience didn't know that there was even a movie about Titanic. They were so far from it. And so if you look at some of these legends that we're talking about now, they seem to be so distant from our time, even though the values they bring, we can still embrace them. They are still useful for us. But the point I'm making here is that it is true that they are legend, but there is a gap now, because the future is actually calling. The future is calling for the legends that will be mentioned. And I'm wondering if those legends are not in the room as I speak now. A few years from now, some names should be mentioned. Why shouldn't those names be yours? That's my question. Why shouldn't those names be yours because you are in Toastmasters? You know, and I'm notorious for saying this, that we are not in Toastmasters for Toastmasters only. We are in Toastmasters to change the world. So, what part of the world are you changing? What are you crazy about? What is your vision? What's your purpose as a leader? Because very soon, we will be asked, people will be asked, the future will be asked to list names. And I'm just looking forward to be sure that those names will be yours. But you know, this cannot happen if the cub in you is not ready to be the lion of tomorrow. So each and every one of us, we've got some cubs in us. But you see, we have to be ready to bring out the lion that each and every one of us have. But you see, you can't do that without having a crusade. What is your crusade? There is a gap to fill. And that's why Toastmasters is very valuable. It's very, very useful for us, because that leadership gap, that legacy gap, that legendary gap that is there at the moment in Africa, Toastmasters offers us tools that we can use. And I'm looking forward to see how you as an individual brings value to Africa in order that we can fill the legacy gap. It may be too late to have a brand new beginning, but you actually can start now and have a brand new ending. Thank you very much for giving me the opportunity to share with you.
Thank you so much, DT and Patrick, for that amazing speech. I'll now hand it over to our club growth director to give him a few interview questions for the day.
Patrick Oluyide, DTM. It's always such a pleasure hearing from you, and it's so good to see you again.
It's a pleasure to see you, my dear CGD. I know the DD it's in the making. Yes, CGD.
Right. And let me just make the people in the room a little bit jealous. I did meet DT and Patrick personally face to face last year in August in the International Toastmasters Conference. Patrick, oh my God, you have said so many good things. You know, there is no enduring success in leadership without without the completion of vision and empathy. And then you've said there's a legacy gap. And then you have said we are not Toastmasters for Toastmasters' sake, but we are Toastmasters to change the world. But you know, Patrick, when you were district director, you led District 94, and that's West Africa, to be #1 in Toastmasters International. Was that the vision you had? Did you start off knowing you want to be #1? And what was your why to wanting to be #1, Patrick?
Okay, thank you for this question. I think being #1, it's the effect of the vision. So we had a vision to care, grow, and win. So that was the vision for the mandate, you know. Of course, I started it and began to have the conversation with my cabinet, trio cabinet, and then it went everywhere. So that was the mantra. It was the vision. We care for our members in every way possible. We help them grow. It is just natural that we would win. Of course, for me as an individual, 3 years before that time, the moment I got into the trio, I've actually been keeping my eye on, oh, really? Why can't you be the first in the world? You know, I really, so it was something I desired, and I thought, yeah, it's possible. But for you to be able to, so I began to study the districts. I began to study the districts that were becoming first in the world, what they were doing differently. And I had a friend of mine also who was also in the cabinet. In the afternoon, sometimes we could just be having chats, and that's what our conversation is most of the time. Now it's a minister of finance in one of the countries in West and Central Africa. So interestingly, when it was time when I became the district director, it was just natural that we would execute this. And I went everywhere in the districts, not just virtually, but in person, to give them reasons, connect with every member to say that, yeah, we're going to be the first in the world. At the beginning, I looked like a crazy man, somewhere along the line. And that's it. If you have vision, you have to be crazy. Yes, if your vision is not big enough for you to be crazy, then you need to go back and sleep again. That's really very, very, so it was big, it was crazy, but that's exactly what makes vision achievable. So I think it's it could begin with the leader, but really it cannot be achieved by the leader. You have the whole community coming together. Success is a community effort. There is every single member of my district, as at that time, made a lot of effort to make this happen, and we are forever grateful for that.
Thank you very much. So success is a community effort, and I like what you say. Once you have a vision, then you just simply have to be crazy. And now I'm curious, Patrick, for you to have become #1 and to have, what did this make of you? Did you change as a leader, as a person, when you were doing the care, the grow, the win, and therefore you became #1? What did that do for you as a person?
Okay, I think that we don't start looking for solutions when, or I mean, let's use solution when we are faced with the problem. We would literally apply the solutions that we have with us when we are faced with problems. We come to the place of service with what we have carried to that point. So for me, like my district director, who is now a region at my district director then, who I served as her PQD, who is now a region advisor, Aminata Keita, would say, "Oh, Patrick, that's who you are. That those mantras represent who you are. So yes, I want to care for my people. I want to help them grow, and then win is just natural." So we're not faking it. We're not faking it because that was who we were. And so that's why, of course, in that process of, there's so many things I learned even as an individual. I mean, so many stories that if I start sharing them with you, of how people could go above and beyond, of how people could go extra mile when they see that you as the leader, you actually meant what you were saying, you know? So many stories. I remember when a few days to a few weeks to when the mandate was going to end, and I said to my division leaders, I said to them, "We need 23 clubs," and one of them said it was going to get us about 15. It was just one division, and he got that number. I told, when it was the night, I told the area directors to say, "Hello, guys, these 30-something clubs, maybe they need one renewal here, one goal here, and so on. I'm not comfortable. I want us to move this thing before midnight." When I woke up the following day, all those things have been done. So you see, when a leader gets momentum on his side, the big mo, it is called, everything just begins to run. And you see, don't deceive yourself that you are the one. No, you are not the one. You have just become a catalyst to engineering people to achieve the greatest of results. So I wasn't the only one learning. I literally could see many of the things that I knew about before, and I could see them working. But like I said earlier on, there was a vision, but that vision would not have come to pass if there was no empathy. People knew that we really cared for them. I will send every member an email every month, and I will respond to them and have conversation with them when they send me emails. So being a district director actually took a lot of my life, but I felt that was the best way to go about it. And the same way to my team members. You know, my CGD then is the district director now, and you can see how amazing she is. She was amazing then. So if she's amazing now, I'm not surprised. You know, so that's it. I've got a great team.
Wow.
That's it. I had a great team, and I'm so proud of them.
Wow, wow. Thank you very much. And just to say, Taima Danodero, I can see you on my screen, and I'm looking to you to cue me to end the question session. But so yes, you've talked to us a lot, and I think I personally am kind of getting when you're talking about empathy. But can you just describe how that showed up when you were district director? How does empathy show up? Either give us a story or tell us where did you show empathy?
Okay, so empathy is getting into other people's world, feeling what they are feeling, taking what is important to them as what's important to you. For instance, celebrating people's birthdays, for instance, listening to them. There are very little things you may think. Having those one-on-one conversations. So for me, I believe that if you're going to be successful as a leader, most of your time has to be spent with your leaders, because when they become better, the whole district is just going to become better. So I remember the way we started, the very first week when we started, I had a call with every leader to the point of the division director that was serving in my team, not just with them, but with their family. So I knew their children by name. I knew their spouse's name, to the extent that when I'm having conversations with them, I call them and I ask them, "Oh, how is Amira? I call their names." And when I travel to their countries, I actually buy them gifts. Not because I want to buy them over, but these people were important to me. The vision was not going to succeed if these people don't feel the love, don't feel the empathy, don't feel the care. When people are sick, you are there. I remember traveling to Ghana, and there was a member that was doing her father's burial in a very distant place, you know. I traveled with them there. When she saw me, she could not believe it. That really, I'm from Nigeria in the first place. Now I'm in Ghana to go and attend a burial of a Toastmaster, not the tribe, a Toastmaster. Every Toastmaster was important to me. It's still important to me. So how else can you show empathy when people know that they believe that you can be there for them when they call on you? And that's what the care means. So you as the leader has to care. Then when other leaders begin to care, it becomes it goes wildfire in the district, and everybody just want to do the same. We began to care for one another. I'll tell you this story. When I traveled to Cameroon, I missed my flight and I had to sleep at the airport for the night. The president of the club that I went to visit in one remote area, when she heard that I was in the hospital, sorry, not the hospital, but at the airport, she left her house and came to the airport. So I told her, I said, I will be fine. She said, no, you can't be sleeping here. And so we were seated on the chair together, dozing off, both of us. She didn't leave that place until I left. So when you give it to others, the exchange begins to happen. And that's where care comes in. When you care, you show empathy. I see your time is up.
Wow. Well, yes, I did see the red. I saw the red, but wow, DT and Patrick, that was really something. That was really amazing. Thank you so much for sharing your lessons, sharing what you take away from Nelson Mandela, what you think a great leader should be. And, I just want to say, because the reason why you come here as a keynote speaker is so that we take something to apply. And I want to say, as CGD, I have a little team. Of course, I have extension chairs. Some of them I know a little bit about their families. Some I know absolutely nothing. And that is the challenge I'm taking away from you, at least to get to know my teammates a little bit better. And then when we're having the conversations, it's not just about what have you done in the Toastmasters space, but what is going on in your personal life. Thank you so much, DT and Patrick Oluyide. And let me just present to you our certificate of appreciation. SAA, if you would. Thank you very much, Toastmasters District 114. Please show your appreciation to DTM Patrick. Thank you so much, and all the best to you, and regards to everybody and all the Toastmasters in District 94. Thank you. Back to you, Ruth.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you so much once again to our keynote speaker and our CGD, Toastmaster Jane, for interviewing our speaker. Now we'll be moving on to the most exciting part, where we will be announcing the winners of our contests. To give us the judges' briefing of the results, our contest chief, DTM Emilia, to the stage.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Ruth. It gives me great pleasure at this juncture, after 4 contests, to share with you that there were no protests raised by either contestants or judges, that there was no need to invoke a tie-breaking ballot. There was one timing disqualification during the evaluation speech contest. Otherwise, everything proceeded smoothly. Mine is to thank the 9 different voting judges who participated, the 2 different tie-breaking judges who participated and will remain anonymous. Mine is also to thank Area Director Hannah Welkemer, Nurhan Maui, Doreen Uwera, Faith Juma for a wonderful job as ballot counters. And finally, our 2 magnificent timers, Dan Odero and Arnold Orege. It's been a pleasure. Back to you, Madam MC.
Thank you so much, our Chief Judge, IPDD DTM Emilia, for the briefing. Now, let's get to hear who won the contest. For this, I'd like to invite our contest chair, Erastus, back to the stage for him to announce our winners.
Thank you, Ruth, for taking us through that. And wow. Hey, I'm still taking in and sucking in the words from the keynote speaker. And once more, congratulations to all the contestants. I think it has been an amazing contest, Division E. I think this is another level. And now I'm going to introduce or to announce the results from the contests. And I'll actually start with the first contest. But first you have to tell me, are you ready for the announcements? Are you ready for the results? Are you ready to hear? And are you looking forward to it? I only see 3 people out of 80 or 70. So the others, or are you having lunch? All right. So let's say if this is allowable at some point, maybe at the end, we can be able to unmute people and celebrate at the end after I have announced, maybe after each contest. So on the evaluation contest, drum rolls, our third place winner or second runner-up, third place winner goes to, some drum rolls, some excitement, Toastmaster Biruk Ayaleu. Let's appreciate Toastmaster Biruk for doing very well in terms of third place winner today in the evaluation context for Division E. Our second place winner, or our first runner-up in the evaluation contest, Division E, District 114, the Legacy of African Legends competition, is Toastmaster Tirune Alemerio. Toastmaster Tirune, congratulations. Well in our second place winner. Ladies and gentlemen, the moment you have been waiting for. Representing Division E, District 114, the Legacy of African Legends contest today happening on 23rd of March 2024. The evaluation contest winner is, drum rolls, Toastmaster, no appreciation, Toastmaster Lena Moturi. Toastmaster Lena, congratulations. You are the 2024 evaluation contest winner, going to represent Division E. And congratulations to all the other winners and all the other participants. And now on to the second contest, and this is the humorous contest. The humorous contest. Drum rolls, Toastmasters, drum rolls, celebrations, ululations, claps or something. I need you excited. Come on. Yes, yes, more like it. And our second runner-up or third place winner in the humorous contest is Toastmaster Mamae Asefew. Toastmaster Mamae, let's appreciate her in a special way. Congratulations, Toastmaster Mamae. And giving the runner-up, first runner-up, or the second place winner. Yes, thank you so much for that, Toastmaster Mamae, congratulations. And for the second place winner today, Toastmaster, drum rolls, appreciation. Come on, guys, do something, celebrate. Toastmaster Wambui Karebe. Wambui Karebe coming in second today. Congratulations, Toastmaster Wambui, well in. And huge drum rolls, Toastmasters Division E. Our winner today for the humorous contest, District 114 Division E, the Legacy of African Legends themed contest. Our winner today is Toastmaster Enoch Bekele. Let's appreciate and celebrate Toastmaster Enoch. Congratulations. No. You can do better than that in terms of appreciation. Let's appreciate Toastmaster Enoch Bekele. Toastmaster Enoch, well in. Congratulations. Well done. Go represent Division E. And now, Toastmasters, we've jumped to the Table Topics Contest. The Table Topics Contest. Drum rolls as we get to the Table Topics Contest today. Our second runner-up or third place winner. Our third place winner is great Toastmaster Samrawit Moges. Toastmaster Samrawit Moges, congratulations. Congratulations. You're our third place winner tonight or this afternoon. Toastmaster Samrawit, let's see her certificate. Congratulations are well in order. All right. For our second place winner, first runner-up, our second place winner in District 114 Division E Conference, the Legacy of African Legends contest, Table Topics. Our second place goes to Toastmaster Vivian Ngogi. Congratulations, Toastmaster Vivian Ngogi. Well done. And our winner tonight, or this afternoon, it's night somewhere. Our winner this afternoon for the table topics contest is Toastmaster Turene Alemarie. Toastmaster Turene, congratulations. Toastmaster Turene, fantastic. You're going to represent Division E. Going to represent Division E. Congratulations. And can we see his certificate one more time? Finally, ladies and gentlemen, in our international speech contest, our third place winner, let's do some drum rolls, some appreciation. Toastmaster Hiwot Mehereteab. Toastmaster Hiwot Mehereteab, congratulations. You are our third place winner today in the International Speech Contest, this Division E. Thank you. Great job. Let's see, Toastmasters Hiwot. Thank you. Congratulations, Toastmaster Hiwot. Well done. And our second place winner, or our first runners-up, drum rolls, our first runners-up, Toastmaster, drum rolls please, celebrations, Toastmaster Wamboi Karebe. Toastmaster Wamboi Karebe, congratulations, well in, great stuff, Toastmaster Wamboi. And now to our winner, 2024, the Legacy of African Legends Conference, contest, Division E Conference in District 114. Our winner for the International Speech Contest is Toastmaster Bethlehem Nesibu. Toastmaster Bethlehem Nesibu, you're our winner. Congratulations, and congratulations to all contestants today and all winners. You have done very well. And that marks the end of Division E Conference today. It has been such a pleasure. I have enjoyed participating as your second contest chair, tag teaming with my core contest chair and the entire team. Thank you so much for the dream team that has delivered a wonderful contest. Over to you, MC, as we wrap up today. And congratulations, you can celebrate the winners, give them a word of encouragement. They have done very well and well deserved. Over to you, MC, over and out.
Mr. Essay, the videos, please.
Can we give
Mr. Essay, it looks like the video is not working for me, but thank you so much, our contest chair Erastus, for announcing the winners. Congratulations to all winners. I'd love for the winners to be spotlighted, as they will be giving their 1 minute acceptance speeches. Mr. Simon, please take a note on that. SAAs, please spotlight all our contest winners. For evaluation, Toastmaster Lena. For humorous, Toastmaster Henok. For table topics, Toastmaster Turune. And for international, Toastmaster Betelin. Una plan kukula sabaki. Sahi. I see that Toastmaster Lena is with us. Toastmaster Turuna is also with us. Can we have Toastmaster Bethleham? Please turn on your camera so the Sergeant at Arms can look for you and spotlight you. In the moment, I will give the chance to our evaluation contestant winner who would be representing us at the TCON to give us a 1 minute of an acceptance speech. Over to you.
Good afternoon, fellow Toastmasters. I don't even know if I have a 1 minute speech within me. However, I just like to say I thank Division A. I'm so grateful for the level of preparation that we've been granted. I mean, I have absolutely loved being in the coaching sessions. I'd like to thank Njeri Gathi for the thoroughness with which she took me and the rest of the contestants through as we prepped for that. I'm very grateful. I'd also like to thank the Karenites who've come out here to support us today. They've worked with me throughout this journey, and I'm very grateful. And of course, the area director, and I really look forward to TCON to meet the other contestants in the other divisions, and I'm absolutely humbled today. Back to you, Madam Convener.
Thank you so much, Lena, and congratulations once again. I hope you represent us and win all the way through the district as well. I'd like to move on to our table topics winner, Toastmaster Turuna, to give us his acceptance speech.
Thank you very much, MC Ruth. I am from a corporate club, Abesha Breweries Toastmasters Club. So I would like to first thank our management team members for giving us a chance and for paying our dues for us to pass through this personal development and growth experience. So I would like to thank the management team first, and then the dual members, DTM Betty, our club president, AD Hanna, our club VPPR, and CC Ermias Oldaragai, our VPE. I would like to thank you because it was because of your effort and dedication that we are able to be here today. And I have mentioned her in my speech, so I cannot escape without mentioning her. My daughter and my wife, I would like to thank both of them because they always support me to do the things that I love to do, and they are happy always to see me growing. So it was a humbling experience, and I am happy and thrilled to be here today. Thank you very much all, and back to you.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Turuna. Once again, congratulations. Like I say to the evaluation contestant, we hope to see you win the District 114 Conference contest as well. And we wish you the best of luck. I'll move on to the humorous contest winner, Toastmaster Henok Bakala, to give his acceptance speech.
All right. Thank you so much, Ruth. Participating in this humorous speech contest has been quite a ride. And I'd like to thank, there are a few parties that I'd like to thank. First, I'd like to thank the Lord for giving me the courage and initiative to participate in such contest. Secondly, I'd like to thank my mentor and my coach, Toastmaster Hagari. She's been helping me prepare for this speech for the past week, and she has done that very lovingly. And so I'd like to show my appreciation to her. Thank you so much, Hagari. It has certainly been a pleasure working with you. Next, I'd like to thank my fellow Jupiterians. I'd like to thank everyone at Jupiter Toastmasters. They have welcomed me with an open arms when I first decided to join the club. So I'd like to say thank you. You guys have certainly made me feel at home and have always supported me in my journey. So thank you so much for that. Lastly, I'd like to say that this is definitely the beginning. You guys will be seeing a lot more of me in the years to come, hopefully. So thank you so much again. Thanks, everyone.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Henok Bakala. Yes, we hope to see you more in the coming years. And we also hope that you'd represent us and win the district conference, just like the other two contestants, and make us even more proud. I'll move on to the final contest. It was the international speech contest. Just for the benefit of the audience, it goes on and on to reaching for the international conference when you compete within the international speech, which makes it really special. And I hope our contestant will go up to the international conference representing Division E and making us all proud. I'd like to invite DTM Bethelem Nasibu, our international contest winner, to give her acceptance speech.
Thank you very much, Toastmaster Ruth. Well, first, I would like to thank God. I was even putting this in front of my screen as I was delivering this speech because I was so nervous. Therefore, first, thank the Almighty God. Then I want to thank Grandma because she's been talking to me the entire time. And I said, right before it was my turn, I said, Grandma, please don't talk to me. And she was like, well, thank you. The other one is I want to thank my coach, DTM Jerry. Well, she's been working with me day and night, every day since she's been assigned as my mentor. I also would like to thank DTM Maggie, and I want to thank every member of Imperial Toastmasters Club and Habesha Toastmasters Club. Thank you very much, everyone, and I'm so happy. Back to you.
Thank you so much, and once again, congratulations. We hope to see you at the top. Recognizing leaders is one aspect of winning, and you all did an amazing job by recognizing everyone that's been pushing you forward and trying to give you the best of themselves. And once again, congratulations to all contestants. We now arrive at the end of our session, but before we close it, I'd like to invite our past division director, immediate past division director, and currently our admin manager for District 114, who's been with us for a while as well, and has been leading Division 114 as well as District 114 in different types of aspects, to give us closing remarks and ending this session. Toastmaster Aida Abdurrab, please come over to the screen and give us your final remarks.
Thank you, our conference convener, Toastmaster Ruth, for that warm introduction. I would like to say congratulations to all our winners today. I know you are already ready to commence and celebrate with your loved ones, but we're just going to keep you just a few minutes. I know you are ready to boast that celebrations, but I would like you to remember that there is going to be one more race coming up. The District 114 Conference 2024 is going to be held in Mombasa, Kenya from May 9th to 11th. And all our winners will be delighted to have you represent the Division E on that wonderful conference. Now, moving forward, I would like to express my appreciation to all, not only contestants, but to everyone who have taken a role in this conference. I will start by the opening remark by District Director DTM Japheth, our keynote speakers DTM Magdala, Toastmaster Emily, Toastmaster Robert, and Toastmaster Patrick. And we are very grateful for your valuable tips and contributions that you have done in Division E Conference. And of course, thank you for Club Growth Director DTM Jamie Mule for hosting that wonderful interview. And who will ever forget Toastmaster Mekdas and Toastmaster Erastus, who hosted a wonderful contest as a contester. And we are very grateful for having DTM Emilia hosting and taking the chief judge role. And my deepest gratitude goes to everyone who was working behind the scene. And I would like to start from the ones on the top of the division head. I congratulate you, Toastmaster Damelash, the Division E Director. I would like to congratulate Toastmaster Ruth, the conference convener and MC. I would like to thank Toastmaster Mary, Advisory Lead and MC, and the PR teams of Toastmaster Bethlehem, Toastmaster Wilford, and Toastmaster Radiate. You have done a wonderful job in successfully executing the division conference. For those whose your names has not been mentioned on the agenda or your name has not been mentioned on the show, I would like to recognize our coach, DTM Nigeria, for coaching the evaluation and international speech contestants, Toastmaster Hagari for coaching humorous speech contestants, Toastmaster Alligator for coaching the table topic contestants. And of course, our timers and balut counters and the wonderful team of SAA, Toastmaster Kathy and DTM Dr. Kevin. You have done a wonderful job. It's true that the legacy of Africa shall continue, shall start here and will continue in the future. Thank you all for staying tuned. And one more thing that I would like to ask from all our audiences, where are you dialing at from? And who is here very cheerful about the contest today? And how would you describe this conference in one word? Just type it on the chat box. How would you describe this conference? And where are you dialing from? Back to you, and thank you for staying with us all the way in. Our conference has officially adjourned.